So my name is Ashley, and I am the editor and founder of lifestyle blog Pink Julep. And today I'm going to be talking about how you can go to your own wardrobe and shop what you already have to create festive looks for the holiday party season without buying anything or much. As Karl Lagerfeld said, one is never overdressed or underdressed in a little black dress. This is totally true in my opinion, and I think there's a lot of things that you can do with a little black dress, especially if you're not really sure, should you wear a formal dress, or should you wear like more of a party dress, or more of a formal suit look. So I think a little black dress is really the best way to go. And today for this presentation we'll be using the Jessica dress from Balkan.com. So the first thing we want to do is go to our wardrobe, and what are we looking for? We're going to look for accessories and layering pieces that comprise of a few different types of look. So we're looking for metallics because they can add a lot of bling to your look, and jewels as well. And jewels are very trendy at the moment. So if you don't have anything with like lots of big fancy jewels on it, it's very, very easy to find these pieces. Colors are a great way to change the look of your dress. Textures, prints, and basics. And the reason we're looking for basics is because sometimes it's just as easy to layer something underneath your dress as it is to put something over it. Now you can do this with any dress that you have that's in any sort of neutral color. I mean, I've even done this with a dark purple dress or a brown dress, a gray dress, or any style of little black dress. So what we want to do is we want to change the identity of our dress a few times. If we're wearing the same dress 5 times, we don't want it to look like the same outfit 5 times in a row, because then we're outfit repeaters. So what we're going to do is change its identity. And how do we do this? Well, we're going to draw attention to one area. So do you want people to look at your neck or maybe your waistline? Do you want to draw the attention to your legs with some really fun pattern tights? We're also going to choose a statement. So will it be a print? Will it be a pop of color, metallic, jewels, texture? What's your major statement going to be? And then we want to decide on a theme. And this is not to make your look too costumey. This is more just to keep things cohesive so that when you go to put your accessories on, you have an overall idea of what you want to look like. And then you accessorize accordingly. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, I decided I would do this in my own wardrobe. So I went to my closet and I found 5 key pieces that I wanted to use today. They were a jacket, a striped collared shirt, paisley chiffon scarf, a pussy bow blouse, and a tribal jacket. Once I had picked everything out of my closet, I decided on a few themes just to keep my looks cohesive. So I thought I would go with classic black and white, which pretty much looks good for any event, no matter how formal or informal. It's a man's world. I wanted to play a tiny bit with androgyny and take this really sort of sexy, curvy dress, but give it a bit of a masculine touch. Boho glam. I just thought that would be really fun to make it a bit less formal and a bit more fun. A color pop and trendy tribal. So for my first look, it's the same dress you saw in the picture before, but I've layered a jacket over it and a white ruffle shirt underneath, and this makes it look more like a suit. So if you have like a really sort of, if you have like a work function during the holidays, or something where you want to look really put together, maybe it's a church do or something like that, this is actually a really great way to take your black dress that looks one way on its own and make it look completely different. For my second look, I actually took a striped collared shirt and I put it on under the dress. And this is probably my favorite look of the 5. To keep it girly and to make it really, really festive, I added a satin pink clutch and a really sparkly statement necklace. Now for this look, your necklace can be as big and blinging as you want it to be, but this is just something I already had in my closet. For the third look, for boho chic, I wanted to change the silhouette of the dress a bit again. So rather than focusing on the neck or the legs or any other parts, I decided to drop the waist. And the way I did that was to tie a scarf sort of around my hips and put the attention on the side where the knot is. And I think this really works for changing the shape of the dress. I just added some statement earrings, a pink clutch, and some metallic gold heels, and I think this is a really fun look as well. For the fourth look, I added a pop of color with a pussy bow blouse, but this is something you can do with literally almost anything you have in your closet. Wear your black dress with red shoes, or wear your black dress with a bright purple clutch, or whatever you have. It's really easy to do this. And for the final look, I wanted to do something a little trendy, but also a little non-traditional. So I had this massive tribal jacket, and I'm sure we all bought a tribal jacket or tribal poncho at Topshop or somewhere this year. And I actually folded the bottom of it up, wrapped it tight around my waist, and belted it. And I think it gave it a more sophisticated silhouette, which totally works for a party. To give it a little bit more spice, I added a pop of color with the turquoise necklace and just some sensible heels and a clutch. So really, any of you can do this with any dress you have in your wardrobe. There's all different kinds of ways to change the identity of your look, and it really does save you like a lot of time and money for shopping when you have the holidays coming up and lots of presents to buy. Thanks very much for coming, and if you want to check out my blog, it's called Pink Julep. It's at pinkjulepabroad.com. And definitely, if you're on Twitter, I'd love to hear from you. So look me up at Pink Julep. Thanks very much.